is Prepper Mama 1, and today I'm finally doing my craft video for you guys who have requested that I do this. I have posted pictures on my Facebook page, and a lot of you guys want me to do a video about the different crafts. Well, I have some new things to show you, and I'm going to show you the little bead crafts that I've done, and the little sewing things that I'm doing, and two new crafts that I have found that I'm going to be doing, and I'll show you those as well. Some of them I've finished, but most of them I have not. I've got a lot of work to do and really not a lot of time to do it, so I really got to get going on this. And I did mention that I was going to do this video Tuesday, but stuff came up, you know how life goes, and so I'm doing it today. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be starting with the Minecraft stuff first because I believe those are the easiest projects to do, and then I'll show you the cat projects. And if you're just now subscribing to me or just now seeing my video for the first time and you have no clue what I'm talking about, well, my kids' birthday is this month, and I have decided to hand make their party supplies, their party favors for the other kids and everything. And right now I'm working on their party favors to hand out to the kids who come to their birthday party. So this is what I'll be showing you. These are going in party favor bags. And okay, now we can go ahead and get started. Okay, so for the first project I'm going to show you is the perler beads, and I'll show you what perler beads are. Here's the container, and I have some other stuff in here, but let me dig out. Here we go. I'll just show you these. These are perler beads, and it's spelled P-E-R-L-E-R. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. But this is the green that I have found. It's not the same color green as the ones I had already had. I did run out of the green before. I'm making 21 of each item because I'm making one for my kids because they want their own, and then the 20 is going to go to the other kids who show up. So I'm really prepared to have 40 kids because it is both my son and my daughter's birthday party, and they're inviting everybody they know. And I did run out of this green. The green that I have here is called Kiwi Lime, if you're interested. And the color on this one is, and it tells you on the back right here, it's bright green. It is just a little bit darker than the Kiwi Lime, but it will still work for creepers. My son is okay with them being two different colors. He don't care. So I'm going to be starting with this. Here's what you're going to need for the creeper perler bead project. You're going to need black beads, just plain black, and some green beads. You don't have to use the exact shade of green that I'm doing, but you're going to need some deep green color or bright green color. It doesn't matter. And some other things that you're going to need besides the beads is you're going to need some of the ironing paper. You're going to need two. I've got two papers here. And you're going to also need like a pegboard, like a little bead pegboard here. And you're going to need an iron. So make sure you have your iron heating up. Okay, so for the creepers, it's a 10 by 10 square, and you can do this two different ways. You can just use one color at a time or do one row at a time. I prefer to do one row at a time. It's just easier for me, especially if you're only working with just a couple different colors of beads. I think it's easier. But if you're doing a pattern that has multiple color beads, it may be easier to use the one color method. So this is what you're going to end up with on the pegboard, and what you're going to do is take your ironing paper, wax paper, or whatever, I mean whatever you want to use. I just used what was provided for me in the little kit that I bought. And you got to make sure, be careful that you're not turning any of the beads when you do this too. Make sure you have your hot iron ready to go. And what you're going to do is just kind of circle. I use little circle motions. And notice how you can see that the beads are sticking to the paper. That's what you want. Okay. So now what you're going to do is just lift it up. See, it's stuck. See how it's stuck on the paper? And now you're going to take the other paper and do the other side. Just, you don't have to do it really long, especially if you want it to be circular, but I'm going to heat mine a little more to get that squared look, because that's what I'm going for. So now all you have to do is just sit there and it is hot, so you don't want to touch it or nothing. Just let it cool off and then peel the paper off, and it will look just like this. Okay, so it is now cool. It doesn't take very long for this to cool down, just about 30 seconds or so. And you just pick it up, and there you go. I don't think it looks too bad. Matter of fact, I kind of like it a little darker. I probably could have heated that up just a little bit longer, but it still has that square effect, see? That's what I was going for. And you can use these many different ways. You can just give them as is. I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to make these magnets, and all you have to do is just hot glue a magnet on one side. Or you can also buy those little pins and glue it on the back. Or you can buy those key rings and use one of the holes and just kind of dangle it on the side for a key ring. Okay, so here is the Minecraft Steves. This is just a Steve head, and this is what I'm going to be showing you. And with this one, I think it's easier for me to just do one color at a time. Now, you may choose to just do one row at a time, and that's fine. But I'm going to show you the other method with doing just one color at a time. And this is a little smaller than the creepers. Here, I'll give you a side-by-side comparison. This is an 8x8 design, which I think works very nicely for the Steves. So, alright, let me go ahead and show you how to do the Steves. The beads that I'm going to be using for this project came out of this container, and nowhere, I don't know if the numbers mean anything, but nowhere on here does it actually state what colors were in here. So I do apologize that I don't have the name of the colors that I'm using, but as you can see, and you can substitute whatever color you want, really. But all you need is a dark brown color, a really tan color, like almost skin tone color here. And the nose is a medium brown. You need blue eyes and a white. So I'm going to start off with the dark brown color. So now that I have my Steve head, I'm going to just do the same thing that I did with the creepers. You're going to put the paper on top, flip it over, put it on the other side, make sure you iron both sides. And if you do leave the iron on too much, you will, they'll start to blend in together. And let's see if I can't get a good example. All right, here's one with the creeper. See, I'm not sure if I can pick that up real well. Okay, see how the circles in the middle are very tiny? You can blend them in so much that they are actually close. And if you do that, you can't do the keyring idea, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You could use those for like magnets or pins, so it doesn't really make a difference if you have the big holes or the small holes or no holes at all. Just to keep in mind, like you can see here, the little line, I don't know, here we go, the little line that runs down. And basically what that is where I had it on the wax paper. See the lines on the iron paper, excuse me, this is what I'm using, iron paper. See the lines there, and what happened with that is I had pressed a little bit too long with the iron, and it actually put the line in there. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. I'm actually not going to press this because, and now it's sticking to my fingers, but because I've already got 21 of these, and that's my goal, to make 21, so that's why I'm not going to show you the ironing process. But just know the ironing process is still the same because you're using the same beads and everything. Okay, for the third Minecraft party favor, this was the one that I asked a lot of you guys, my subscribers, to kind of help me with the third one. Well, I couldn't find nothing that I could come up with to put in little party favor bags. And then I got to thinking, well, I liked the cat idea, and I will show you that too. I'm just going to go through Minecraft stuff now. So I took the little cat pillow idea that I did and found a Minecraft creature that was simple, and as you can see, this is pretty simple. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm definitely no master sewer, and you can also tell that I made my own patterns as well, and I'll show you those here in just a second. But this is something called an Enderman. I don't know nothing about anything about Minecraft. My son, I've just made this one. This is all I have of it. And I showed him when he got home from school, and he about flipped out, thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I'm like, really? Okay, so as long as it makes him happy, it makes me happy. So, this is an Enderman pillow. You can see the back of it here. It's just plain. And you could also put a little magnet back here if you want, or you can stick a pin here. But I think I'm just going to leave it as is, just the way it is. I'm not going to hot glue nothing on the back here. But I'll show you how to make one of these. And it's pretty simple, easy to make, and as you can see, it's like the size of my hand. Now keep in mind, my hands are pretty small. I'm a very small frame girl here. So, yeah. And hopefully the boys will like it. I hope so. I don't know. If not, I will. But, alright, let's go ahead and get started with this. First thing I'm going to tell you is you're going to need lots and lots of black felt. This is what I made this with, black felt. You're also going to need white felt for the eyes and purple felt for the pupils. So this is the only 3 colors you need. Pretty simple, pretty basic. You can find this at Walmart. I bought my supplies at AC Moore. You can also go to Michael's. There's plenty of shops out there where you can find this crafting supplies from. But I got everything here from AC Moore. Alright, so now I'm going to show you my patterns if I can find them. Alright, so here is my patterns, and what I did was, this is cardstock, and I just went on paint on my desktop and printed off different size squares, and until I can come up with the one that I like the best. I'm not sure how big this is. I probably could take a ruler to it, but I don't know where a ruler is right now, and I'm too lazy to go find it. But you can just make different size squares until you find the size that you want to do. And for the white, this will be your black felt, obviously, and you're going to need 2. So you're going to have to use 2 of those, and you're going to need 2 of these. This is just a rectangle. I just kind of measured it a little bit with the square. And for the pupil, you're going to need a square. So it should be like that there. No. Alright, so let's go ahead and use my patterns. And when you're working with black felt, obviously you cannot use a black marker or a pen. Here I just have a silver pen, or silver Sharpie marker. And since this is a brand new sheet, I'm just going to use the straight edges of the corner, make my life just a little bit easier on the first one here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, these are clearly handmade, like I said before. I don't know how to sew all that well, and I'm sure there are instruments out there that would make my life easier. I just don't have them. And if you hear a little horn in the background, that's my daughter practicing with her little recorder. It's so cute. Her birthday's coming, so she's been playing the birthday song. I think she wants to play it for her brother on his birthday. So sweet. So there's a lot of things going on in the background. There's cooking going on. There's crafting here with me. There's music playing in the background. So everything should be all good and nice. And this is how it is in our house. About every day. There's all the time something going on. Somebody's doing something. Usually me. Alright, so here we go. And I like to put them both on there to kind of make sure I got them exactly where I want them to go. And as you can see, those are not cut very straight either. So I'm not going for perfection. So I'm just using the very pale purple. You don't have to use this color. You can just use white, or you can use black. But I do recommend black when you are sewing with the black felt. But now that I got my thread on my needle, and I'm just using a very small needle. I have no idea what size it is. Like I said, I am not a master sewer or anything like that. So basically, I'm just going to sew the eye on. Very simple. I'm just going to put a little X, basically, to hold it on. Hopefully that's enough. I'm hoping it is. And I don't think it's going to look like an X, actually. It's very hard to do this with the camera right in front of me. One good way of doing it like that, you can kind of still tilt it the way you need it to go. I'm going to switch to the white thread, just basic white, and then sew the edges of these eyes on. Make sure that they're not going to go anywhere. And with this pattern, like I said, I couldn't find anything on Pinterest. Everything else that you see in this video came from Pinterest. But this idea here is all my own. I'm not following anybody's pattern on Pinterest, or there's no picture out there that I could see for this idea. So this is what I came up with on my own. So I just wanted to throw that out there, just in case you were wondering where I got these ideas from. Pinterest, well, I swear that place is so awesome. It's like your best friend when you want to start crafting anything. I mean, if you have a project you want to do, you're most likely to find something on Pinterest. Alright, our eyes are sewn on. Now we just got to put the back on. Okay, so now I'm going to put some black thread on my needle and I'll show you the next step. So now I'm just going to peel back. There we go, there's some light. Peel back and just pierce one layer of the felt first. That way I can hide the tie-off end behind the first layer. See how that string's sticking out? I'm just going to tuck it inside. That's what I do. And like I said, y'all guys might have some other tips for me, cause I'm not any kind of sewer, but this is just how how I'm doing mine. Basically, I'm just going around the whole thing. I'll come back when I've got 3 sides. I'll do 3 sides, leave one side open so I can stuff it. Okay, so I have sewed up 3 sides here, and I just left one side open so that I can stuff little cotton balls, and that's what I'm using is just cotton balls. You want to make sure you can close it. And now I'm just going to sew the rest of it up. And I apologize if I get off camera. Like I said, it's really difficult to do everything at the same time. Trying to not poke myself here and got the camera right in front of me and trying to see what I'm doing too. Just to kind of fill in the void here. My kids are, my son's going to be turning 12. And my daughter will be 11 this month. And I let them choose their own theme, and although I have their birthday party on the same day, I try to have different themes going, so I have to kind of get the themes together, make sure everything's, you know, the way they like it, because this is all about them. You know, this is not for me. Trust me, if this was for me, I wouldn't be doing none of this. This is for my kids, and my goal is just for them to have a really good time. And what you're seeing now is I'm just finishing it up. There we go, it's closed, and I just kind of go through. Just make sure you puncture the first turn. I got pieces all over the place. Like I said, I'm a little bit more organized when I'm just focusing on one craft at a time. And when I'm sick and tired of doing one craft and I'm not quite, and I don't have quite 21 made, I'll just move on to another one just to kind of keep myself sane. But there we go. I'm just going to tie it off.